Let's talk about what we saw during the trading day today. Suddenly, the market closing fairly flat. What is your take on the market's performance?
Thank you for having me this afternoon, Uche. The market closed relatively flat today, and we've actually seen a downward market since Monday. We expect that to likely continue because we've seen reduced participation from the foreign investors, and that as it may be, we might see that trend continue in the market tomorrow. But another thing that we've actually seen is the investors are still looking at some price levels at which, if market should get there, they're willing to pick up stocks. So in the middle of it, downward market, profit taking continue, and we still see some investors still come back to buy stocks.
Right, and certainly we heard that 3 stocks added to the market-making basket today, namely Dangote Flour, Unity Bank, and Prestige Assurance. Can you give us a sort of a look at how those stocks performed today?
Okay, it was announced today that those 3 stocks will be added to the market-making list, and which means that they can trade upward 10% and downward 10%, and we actually see that happen. But generally, the market is still down, and in all of these stocks, especially Dangote Flour, is still lost point today. Though Unity Bank still works stronger. It went down as low as 50 kobo like 2 days ago, but we've seen renewed interest come back into the stock, and that was why it actually gained some points today. But it's still in the interest of the whole market, and the exchange has said that within the 6-month period, we'll see more stocks added to the market-making stocks. So we expect all of that to continue as trading goes on.
And certainly, Dolapo, it seems like we're not seeing investors reacting to those market-making stocks as they did before. And I'd like to check in, what really is sentiment like on the market now? Certainly, investors seem to be playing the market a bit cautiously.
Yeah, it's a slow market, and when market comes down like that, you expect the general trend in the market to be same. I expect investors to see come in and price stocks, in the right way or in the right pricing that they feel they're comfortable with. But right now, market is still down, and you might still see that generally happen going forward. But I figure that very soon, some of these stocks would start to gain point as market makers gather momentum and the price stocks in the right.
Right, and I mean, certainly, what strategy are we seeing investors adopting? We've been talking to some brokers and analysts earlier. They said they feel that investors are going to be moving towards those stocks that will be paying high dividends towards the end of the year. But really, is that the strategy you're seeing currently on the floor?
Yes, I think so. Investors have pricing in mind for all of these stocks, and for stocks that have actually returned very good Q3 result, we expect all of that to still happen by Q4, and this result would likely be released to market by March next year. So they have a price in mind. They have a view as to the dividend that this company might pay. So with that, it's just for them to see the right pricing and move in and buy. So I think for them, fine, they're sitting on the sideline right now, but at the same time, if prices are really very good, they would keep on buying those stocks that they feel will return high dividend.
Right, and let's get a bit of an outlook on how we're going to see the market performing, Dolapo, and certainly checking on sector performance. What sector do you see driving performance as we go into Q4? Banking sector, everybody says that's a sector, of course, that always drives performance, but that sector has not been doing so well, especially looking at the top performance of the top-tier banks this week.
The banking sector, you're correct, would drive interest in the market going into the end of the year and even beginning of 2013, and also the consumer goods, because there are a lot of good stories around the stocks. First Bank, GT Bank, Zenith Bank, around the levels they are right now, we expect the rally. We expect them to still rally, in preparation for the Q4 result that will still hit the market.
And certainly, Dolapo, I'd love to get your take on what impact do you think the upcoming MPC meeting or the upcoming MPC decision will have on the market going forward. I mean, certainly a lot of analysts feel that we'll see easing coming out, of course, which will attract more investors. But what is your expectation, and what impact do you think your expectation will have on the market?
Okay, we expect the MPR to remain flat, and if that should happen, then the normal trend that we see in the market to still continue. Normal transaction, normal client investors waiting, to see the Q4 result. The expectation as to very good profitability come forth from these companies and getting positioned in the market.